Trend. What does a trend exactly mean? Well, the term was coined in the 19th century, described to develop in a general direction. Now, fast forward to 2020, it's a term which simply describes a development and change and is something that we witness constantly through social media. Today, the rise of social media and the manner in which it has impacted both consumer behavior and marketing practice has largely been driven by the platforms themselves. We're back at what you instantly think of when I say social media. All of the apps you have scattered on your phones, web browsers, tabs, and so on. Globally, the total number of social media users is estimated to grow to 3.29 billion users in 2022, which will be 42% of the world's population. This is absolutely wild, but it also makes sense as the representation media paradigm has welcomed hybrid trends which have evolved from traditional media images, advertising, marketing, and quotes into blended digital objects. Meaning social media is no longer just a platform for socialization, but is now able to encourage aggregation, also known as user-generated content, which has impacted both consumer behavior and marketing practice. Which welcomes our first trend that we'll be focusing on in this episode, video and ephemeral content. We have seen the rise of social media platforms where images and videos have replaced text, such as Instagram, Snapchat, and recently TikTok. Ephemeral content is something that only lasts 24 hours, where content is less curated, differing from traditional storytelling, but is more engaging. This includes Snapchat face lenses, Instagram GIFs interrogations, ability to draw and write on material, and much more. We now see stories all over our Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat feeds, overtaking regular activity on platforms like LinkedIn and WhatsApp.
The one thing I'm really excited about in the world of paid media is the growing number of platforms that are available to advertisers. One of the ones I've been looking at more recently is TikTok, and that's becoming a lot more prominent and starting to play around with how ads fit in with that different marketplace and the different channels. So I think over the next year, 2 years, we're going to continue to see new platforms arising.
According to Hootsuite, 64% of marketers have already introduced Instagram stories into their strategies. Not only are the users spending more minutes to hours generating and scrolling through such content, this trend allows brands and marketers to help bring about stronger relationships by humanizing their brand and allowing customers to feel part of their community. And 60% of Snapchat and Instagram users return to the sites daily, which is an attractive statistic for the case of ephemeral content storytelling. According to Patrick Courtney at Fuse Media, people will pay for good content. They want to be entertained without having to work for it. And the tools that are available now allow the distribution of content to come across in short videos, like the one you're watching right now. He affirms enriching videos with metadata can allow content to become shoppable, as social media can allow audiences to view content from all sides, pushing boundaries, creating something fresh yet relevant. Such video content can come in short forms, which is what we see on TikTok, stories, or longer types of content which we find on YouTube and streaming services such as Netflix. These are the future of social media content, and according to a Cisco study, by 2022, 82% of all online content will be video content.
So it makes sense that new platforms that are focused on video, like TikTok, have become popular for today's younger audiences. Melissa, Director of Display at Booyah Advertising, is excited about video too.
Now, with where consumer habits are going, video is starting to become a channel that will back out from, a lower funnel perspective as much as it does already right now from the top of the funnel. My counterpart is constantly talking about how paid social ads are starting to see more success with video. So many other areas, connected TV, we can be starting to see some conversions on mobile devices from video, content even.
Video can be used just about anywhere you can use paid advertising.
Facebook and YouTube have dominated the social media landscape, and according to Adobe, 52% of marketing professionals identify videos as the most successful form of content when it comes to return on investment. So really, it will be essential to post content where it plays best. In doing so, companies will be able to capitalize on this universal pivot to video happening and create long-term relationships with their communities. These trends in the immediate future represent ones which already exist in the current marketplace but are believed to continue shaping the social media landscape, suggesting the future as more sensory-rich as video and ephemeral content will dominate our platforms. But while it is impossible to forecast precisely what the future has in store, as the nature of social media is fast-paced, the primary domain of how information will be received is yet to change in an exciting, diverse, and fast way when it comes to video and ephemeral content.